So what is that one title, that one board gaming title that you want to see? Now, this is a title that I've been waiting for, wishing for a long time, has yet to be released. And I'm a little bit puzzled because it is, given the current ecosystem of board games, this idea of we're going to bomb you with tons and tons of miniatures. And then we're going to sell you Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, X-Packs 1, X-Packs 2. This is a license to print money. And I'm kind of wondering, why haven't we seen it yet? So let's follow this thread, and then we'll turn it over into the comments. We'll build that board gaming energy and maybe wish it into existence. My title, my wish list, your wish list. So it's interesting to see that, given how much the board gaming industry has grown, not even over just the past 5 years, but the past 10 years, the past 15 years, it has become mainstream quicker than role-playing games. I mean, in a way, being a Wargamer enthusiast, wargaming is still very much not mainstream. And it's had many, many years to kind of sit there and develop and gestate. Board games are in the culture. I mean, we've got board game cafes. They're in Barnes & Noble. They're in toy stores. They're absolutely everywhere. And other companies, other IPs have noticed this and licensed out their video game properties to become a board game. An example of a title in my collection, which I really like, it works well, it does what it does, Dark Souls. So there's this idea of certain properties that might be in a digital medium, have that focus, but you license them out, you produce the board game. It's not going to be in production for 5 or 10 years. It's going to be a fairly limited release, but you're going to make a lot of money because you can charge a lot of money. So this has me wondering, two things I wanted. I wanted Diablo on my iPhone. Diablo Immortal has been released. We'll talk about that, but so far it's pretty interesting. It works as it is, and I've got that Pocket Diablo experience. Diablo the board game. Where's Diablo the board game? I mean, think about that. Certainly in gaming culture, Diablo is well known. A lot of people play it, have played it, might play it, are aware of it. You can have a kind of open world dungeon crawler game. So I got a couple of boards representing the different areas of Diablo. I've got my character figures. I've got my character dashboard. And I run around beating on mobs, just have rolling lots of dice, keep it really light. And they do loot drops, just have cards for the loot drops. And as you level up, you have little tokens that give you powers and abilities, maybe add more dice to a pool. I mean, just keep it really, really dicey, free-flowing, and a little bit swingy like Diablo, and have a boss to fight. A license to print money, because sell Season 1, Season 2, X-Pack 1, X-Pack 2, here's your 4 base characters, here's your expansion with 4 more characters. On top of that, sell just packs of cards, make it blind packs, combine the best of the worst. I say the best because buying cards for a blind draw, that's the best because you never know what you're going to get. It's very exciting to open it, but it's the worst because you're like, you never know what you're really going to get. Well, sell items and sell packs and sell item sets from that. Sell monsters, kind of like Fantasy Flight did back in the day with Descent 2nd edition. And first to some extent, but second, where the lieutenants were sold in miniature packs. Here's a lieutenant, $12. Think about X-Wing miniatures. You buy a ship, right? Sell them that way, $8.95, $12.95 USD retail. Sell these packs. I mean, it would be crazy. Just, I would love to play a game like that, to be able to play Diablo digital, to be able to play Diablo on a board game. It's just interesting that has not been licensed out. And on a side note, before I turn it over to you guys, it's interesting to see certain digital and video game media that is so insanely powerhouse, so well known, so powerful. I understand diluting the brand, and I understand that there's things I don't understand. But how come some of those titles have not been ported out to a board game and supported in that way? Again, you have the amazing IP, you've dumped the money, it is a license to print money. So I am waiting, I am hopeful. Diablo, the board game. I've got my pocket Diablo. What games, what titles would you guys really like to see and play?